I have something for you. Here is some grain, your reward for completing the tasks we assigned you. Use the grain as payment or in trade.
In the world of the Pharaoh's dream, years have passed since you were sent to carry out the first tasks. You have found the north and leveled the pyramid site. Quarrying has begun. Could you be the one? The master builder of a child's dream, a foreigner of strength and will. The tomb must be made secure from those who would seek to plunder it. An ancient design will serve you well if you take the time to study it. Massive stones travel down the Nile, destined for the pyramid. See to it that they are unloaded from the boats. An ancient board game will allow you to take possession of the blocks. The Pharaoh's sarcophagus must be lowered into its proper place. Weigh the advice you receive carefully before you act. High off the boat. One more. High off the boat. Come on, move that over there. High off the boat. One more.
Can I offer you some Egyptian linen today? Hello. I feel very lucky to be growing up at a time when a great pyramid project is starting. I'm afraid that isn't really enough. My mother might be angry. Do you have a little more to trade? I'll make that trade any time if you change your mind. That's fine. Select any piece. All are perfect. Thanks for your purchase. You won't be disappointed. Why are you trying to take that from me? You're not some kind of thief, are you?
You look like you could use some spices today. Would you like to offer a trade? Just put it on the stone next to my scales. It has become very difficult to find ale in the marketplace lately. I prefer to buy ale with my spices. The trade is acceptable. Take your spice. In a loaf of bread, this cumin will be very tasty. You have purchased the finest spices from Nubia. Please take them from the table. In a loaf of bread, this cumin will be very tasty. Return again when you've had too much bland food. Ha 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 ha!
Dendara told me to watch for you. A child with such natural gifts is rare, you know. She read poetry from the pyramid texts when she was a girl of 7. And yet she prefers to build her brother's tomb. You see, the tough outer rind must first be peeled away. Cut the smooth inner pithy parts into strips. Arrange the strips of pith into 2 layers, one set horizontally, the next vertically. Cover the strips with linen and press them with a smooth stone. I see that your sheet of papyrus is done. This is a fine job. You may work for me any time. To trade that papyrus for grain, just put it down on the table.
I can offer lustrous red carnelian, rich green feldspar, and shiny black obsidian. I also have turquoise, blue Sinai, and deepest blue lapis lazuli from an Assyrian trader. I'm sorry, but I already have plenty of that. If you bring me some spice, I'm sure we can reach a fair price. That's not enough to buy a gem. Have you got something else to trade? All right, that's a fair price. Take a gem from the table. It's yours to keep. I hope your new gem brings sparkle to your life.
Genuine elephant tusk carvings, delicate lock charms from a beast that shook the ground when it walked. I already have enough of those, but I'd be happy to strike a deal with you for some papyrus. It's a deal. Take the one you like best from the basket. Good fortune will surely be yours, honored visitor. Come back and see me sometime when you can.
Yes, I know you've come for my stone. It's yours, if you can beat me in a game of Senet. Thank you for playing Senet with me. I know that my stone must be used as the gods intended. I have grown fond of it, though. Let's see if you can win it from me. If you want help with the rules, check the scroll next to the Senate board. You look as though you're good with games. If you're planning to spend much time in Egypt, you'll have to learn to play Senet. Play the dark pieces. Go ahead and take the first move. It is my move now. Well done, friend. I know you're going to love this block as much as I do. And listen, I have no hard feelings about being beaten in a game of Senet. I wasn't really planning to hold up delivery of this stone if you had lost that game. It's crucial that all these stones make the trip from the quarries to the building site. I just wanted some conversation after that long, lonely journey down the Nile. From now on, all the stones will be unloaded without delay. You have my word on that. The workers have safely unloaded the stone block from the boat, and 1,000 more boats will carry many more stone blocks down the Nile to build this pyramid. Because of you, a great burden has been lifted. Gather your scroll and continue your quest.
Off the boat! One more. Come on, move that over there.
Come here. Yes, yes, you. Come here. You're late. Almost all of the tombs of the past pharaohs have been pillaged and ravaged. We can't let that happen to our pharaoh. Well, I have a model of the security plan. The great architect Hanuk designed this system himself. I hope it makes sense to you. The security chief who began on this project was crushed by a slab of granite. That's why we want a model. Show me how those barricades work before we proceed. Those darn portcullises could crush an elephant.
Find the model and build its walls. Set them up so they won't fall.
Please excuse the security chief. He was called away suddenly on an urgent matter. He left this scroll for you.
Your cleverness serves you well. You have solved the puzzle of the portcullises. These eternal gates will protect the Pharaoh's tomb from robbers and thieves. Gather your scroll and continue your quest.
There you go, come on, move that over there. You know, this sarcophagus will never fit through the passageway to the tomb. You've got to lower it in there somehow, before the tomb is roofed.
Be wise and be clever, my friend.
To lower that sarcophagus, take advantage of Egypt's natural resources and throngs of dedicated workers. Make it easy on yourself.
Did you ever notice how huge beams of wood burn away to, well, almost nothing? That's where I got the idea. Put some beams in the tomb to build a platform, then toss in a little kindling, put the sarcophagus on top and light the wood on fire. The sarcophagus will be lowered to the tomb floor in a flash.
Long timbers are the way to go. Build a boom using wood as a lever, and hang a rope down from the top. Lower the sarcophagus into the pit using stones as your counterweight.
Quite a dent you've put in the old body box. Give me something worth a day's wages, and I'll have it fixed. Now you're speaking a language I can understand. Just keep talking, okay? I said I'd fix that sarcophagus for the equivalent of a day's wages. But I'm afraid what you've given me is not a decent day's worth of pay. Thank you. Now we'll find a few stone cutters and have that sarcophagus fixed. You should come back in a little while.
Oh, Lotus Blossom, it is you! Mud is the oldest recipe for good skin. Leaves me as smooth as a well-plucked duck. Oh, this looks like that potion of youth from Biblos. I hope it works, but it's hard to improve on perfection. I look as beautiful today as I did the last time you were here, years ago. Wouldn't you agree, Lotus Blossom?
Congratulations! You've just brought a beautiful new batch of ale into the world. Well done, patient one. I'll exchange what you've made for grain. Just hand it to me, or you can keep it. Ale from my shop is famous throughout Egypt.
One more.
Not bad work. Looks like the tomb's ready for a roof, right on time. You were clever, using the sand to lower that coffin. Hold on to this scroll. All should know of your growing skill.
You have safely lowered a massive stone sarcophagus into the tomb, a position it must occupy forever. Gather your scroll and continue your quest.
Ah, I see you know how to use some old-fashioned common sense. Now we can finish constructing the tomb chamber and enclose the sarcophagus in a room of solid stone. I'm going home for a well-strained ale and the clutch of pickled croc eggs I've been saving.
I still say that boom technology will, one day, replace all this sand in the hole nonsense.
Next time you want to lower a coffin, go with fire. Trust me.
There's nothing like common sense to complete a task.